Of the Alliance of Sahel States inaugurate joint development bank at the second AES summit in Bamako, Mali. Libya Army Chief, 7 others killed in deadly air crash in Turkey. Plus, the World Health Organization says Sudan now has one of the largest food crises in the world as fighting intensifies. Hello and welcome to the program. I'm Joke Rogers here in Lagos. We begin in Mali, where the leaders of the Alliance of Sahel States have pledged to maintain their self-development progress as they inaugurate the Confederal Bank for Investment and Development, BCID, in Bamako. The newly established bank is in Mali's capital and was launched at the second edition of the AES summit alongside keynote speeches from heads of state at the ongoing Bamako summit. Mali's president and chair of the AES, General Assimi Goïta, says the ambition is to build harmonious development based on the sovereign exploitation of resources for the exclusive benefit of the Sahel populations. Other leaders, including Burkina Faso and Niger, also touched on the bloc's path to secure its own democracy amid alleged intervention threats from external forces. The AES second summit of heads of state, which ended on December 23, focused on activating the alliance's joint military force, deepening economic integration, and reinforcing national sovereignty. Libyan Army Chief General Mohammed Ali Ahmed al-Haddad has been killed in an air crash in Turkey. Libya's Prime Minister says the army chief was on board a Falcon 50 aircraft flying out of the Turkish capital Ankara on Tuesday evening. He was killed along with 4 other military officials and 3 crew members. Turkish Interim Minister Ali Yelkaya said signal with the business jet was lost about 42 minutes after it took off from Ankara's airport. The Tripoli-bound jet had issued an emergency landing request before contact was lost. The aircraft's wreckage was later found southwest of Ankara, and its voice recorder and black box had been recovered. South Africa's police force is under intense scrutiny after explosive allegations of corruption and political interference aired at 2 public inquiries. President Cyril Ramaphosa is reviewing an interim report from the Malanga Commission set up after KwaZulu-Natal Police Chief Lieutenant. His allegations led to police Senzo Manchugu being placed on special leave. He was accused of links to criminal figures and of shutting down a unit investigating political killings, claims Manchugu strongly denies. Testimony has also focused on an alleged drug cartel known as the Big Five, said to have deep political and police connections. One alleged leader, businessman Visimusi Mtalala, faces multiple criminal charges but denies any wrongdoing. These stakes were raised further this month when a commission witness was murdered weeks after testifying. Final reports from both the inquiries are expected next year. Let's get more on this. Joining us now is our South Africa correspondent, Innocent Samusa. Innocent, compliments of the season to you. Great to see you today.
Compliments of the season, colleague, to our viewers. Thank you so much.
Right, so this police scandal, how credible and damaging are these allegations for the ANC government, especially with senior figures directly implicated?
Indeed, Joke, they are pretty much damaging for the African National Congress as we move closer to the general elections, because these are big ANC leaders who are heavily implicated in this, in this police meddling and police corruption. We have the likes of Senzo Mchunu, who is the police minister, but he's on special leave right now pending the investigations around the issues that were tabled, or concerns that were tabled by Lieutenant General Ntantla Mkwanazi. And also we've got the likes of Bheki Cele, who is the former police minister, who were hearing testimonies, Joke, that he received kickbacks of around 500,000 from, criminal, alleged criminal cartel boss, that is Vusmuzi Ket Matlala. And that is indeed, going back to your question, it's putting a dent to the African National Congress. And the president has mentioned previously that the African National Congress is number one, accused number one when it comes to the issues that has to do with corruption. This is putting a dent. And again, the African National Congress, they didn't do well in the previous elections. You would remember that they had to, wrap around themselves and put a government of national unity, because citizens did not trust the African National Congress. As we move closer and closer to general elections, this is a dent on the African National Congress, Joke.
Right, and what impact has the murder of a commission witness had on South Africans, especially police confidence, and on the willingness of others to actually testify?
It has had a huge impact, Joke, because in that commission, people who want to testify and give their side of the story with regards to the issues that are currently happening in Madlanga Commission, or they will now not be, be confident to come out because they are scared for their lives. They are scared that someone will be sent to take them out. Which, again, I echo the commentary of one of our political commentator here in the country, who was once said that South Africa is a movie. When you think this is done, there's another thing. When you think this is done, there's something else. So I think the witnesses will not be confident to come unless if they're compelled through the law to basically come. But also it does put them in a very, very precarious position, because now they'll be hunted down. Their families are not safe because someone is not happy with their testimony. It does seem as though there's a lot to this Ntantla Mkwanazi's allegations around the political meddling, politics meddling into the political system, into the policing system in the country. So it remains to be seen whether or not the president will make sure that these witnesses are protected. But for how long are they going to be protected, Joke?
Right. Has this kind of scandal been experienced in South Africa before?
Indeed, this has been, if you take it back to the apartheid era, you had comrades who, if there are factions within the party, if they don't agree with a certain faction, someone will be sent to take someone out. In South Africa, we call them inkabi. These are people who are bought. I know it sounds hilarious to you, Joke, but people buy, you buy someone's head with money. You say, I want this person out, and then they kill that person just like that. Especially in KwaZulu-Natal, it has been happening whereby if someone is a councillor of a ward and there's a certain faction that does not subscribe to your values and the things that you're doing in that particular municipality, you might find that you're taken out. And unfortunately, at times, they kill family members who are with you. So it's a very much an unprecedented issue. It's a very very challenging, for lack of a better term. It's a issue of crime, political killings in the country that really needs serious concern in the country. But I guess the president and his cabinet, they are seeing what is happening. Maybe we just hope that they'll put a stop to it, to this, Joke.
Right, and how significant are the claims about the so-called Big Five? Is this being treated as organized crime or a national security threat?
It is a national security threat, if you ask me, but the leadership, they'll tell you that they're still investigating. But I can tell you now, Joke, that the so-called Big Five, they have a hand. They have their hand in different sectors. For an example, we've got construction mafias, whereby they are not lawful. If you are putting together a structure in a particular area, they will come and say you need to pay a certain amount for you to actually continue building in this area, but it's not by law. So some people or entrepreneurs or business people are then compelled to pay these people and emboldened them, give them money because they want safety. If you don't give them money, they kill you. So that's the problem. We've got construction mafias. We've got the taxi mafias as well. We've got issues around gang violence in Cape Town and Khayelitsha. And so I believe that this is a threat to national security, simply because another issue here, Joke, is that South Africa is incapacitated. You know, we don't have enough police on the ground. So that's again, I think it's another issue that is really precipitating the whole issue. But again, it is a problem that needs serious attention from the leadership. Joke.
And finally, when the final report, is released, what real consequences could follow?
Yeah, I think this is a big question, Joke, because we are still sitting with the Zondo Commission. I'm sure you remember the testimonies that we had from Zondo Commission, where there was corruption, pure corruption, daylight corruption from a politician. But till to date, we don't have a figure, a political figure or a political head who is now in prison because of the testimonies that were gathered from the Zondo Commission. So citizens are really not keen as to whether or not this will lead to any possible arrest of politicians in the country, and understandably so, equally so, because they saw what happened previously with the Zondo Commission. So again, it really remains to be seen whether or not this will yield some fruits. Maybe some political figures will be arrested, but again, when they're arrested, they're out on bail, they're back again in office. So it's pretty much frustrating, but it's the country that we live in. Joke.
Thanks again for the update, Innocent, our South Africa correspondent, Innocent Simosa.
Thank you so much, colleague, and Merry Christmas.
Still to come on the program. We'll bring you more Christmas stories after the break. Please stay with us. Welcome back. Vital services, including health centers, have come under attack, even as the Sudanese population faces increased levels of disease and hunger. The World Health Organization in Sudan says the country is one of the world's largest food crises. The World Food Programme says the situation will get worse within months as food stocks run out and fighting continues. The agency is calling for more than $660 million to help reach those most in need.
The health system is on the brink of collapse under this strain. And we know that many of the facilities are not functioning in many states within Sudan. Now, if I give you just few figures, if I talk about disease outbreaks, cholera is being reported from 18 states with reports of over 123,000 cases that led to more than 3,500 deaths. With regards to dengue, we have more than 53,000 cases with over 145 deaths that are reported from 14 states. This is just to say that it covers the whole country. The same for malaria. Over 1.4 million malaria cases in 16 states with a very high transmission. As you know, the weather and the conditions in Sudan are in favor of the spread of malaria and dengue through the mosquitoes, as you know. But also VPDs, the vaccine preventable diseases outbreaks such as measles and polio are being reported in many states as we speak. Now this is the disease outbreak. If we talk about malnutrition, Sudan is one of the world's largest food crises. And it's a shame to say this about Sudan because it's used to be considered as the food basket of the whole region. So now as we speak, I can tell you that over 21 million people are facing high levels of acute malnutrition and food insecurity. 45% of the population are in IPC 3 and plus, meaning IPC 3, 4, and 5, which is basically famine. Sudan is also among the top 4 countries globally with the highest prevalence of global acute malnutrition, affecting, if I look at my notes, they are affecting 13.6% of the population.
Here in Lagos, Nigeria, wife of the Lagos State Governor, Dr. Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, has applauded the resilience of all first responders in the handling of emergencies and disasters in the outgoing year. Dr. Sanwo-Olu gave the commendation at the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency's Christmas Carol service held in Alausa, Ikeja.
It's the 2025 Christmas Carol, organized by the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency with the theme, King of Kings, taken from the book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 13. The wife of the Lagos State Governor, Dr. Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, joins LASEMA officials and other guests to sing praises to the Lord as different gospel artists, including Yinka Alashayori, Bisi Akewi, light up the atmosphere with their performances. The Permanent Secretary of LASEMA applauds the First Lady for supporting the first responders.
First Lady that we can say she's a medical doctor, she's a silent operator, she's a shoulder that you can lean on, she's a shoulder you can cry on. During my dark days, she will send a text and say, Osoitolu, it has happened. I said, it has happened. He said, it has happened. And I will check out. People will not know. Kinimofi Shako, you are to the grace of God. I say big thank you to you.
Dr. Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu takes the first Bible reading from the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 6 to 7, and also commends LASEMA for delivering their duty effectively.
For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government will be upon his shoulder, and his name will be called Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and peace, there will be no end. Upon the throne of David and over his kingdom, to order it and establish it with judgment and justice, from that time forward, even forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this. Right from the PS down to the children. It's just one dial and they're on top of it. But they cannot do it alone. With your prayers, with the teamwork, I think that's what moves Lagos forward. We're very proud of Lagos State Emergency Agency. We're very proud of them.
Lasema gives assurance of being on ground to address any form of emergency during and after the Yuletide period.
Able to say thank you to Lasema, at least for ensuring that when there are incidences, they are quickly evacuated, and a lot of, safety measures are actually put into measures when they are doing their work. We appeal to you people to do things moderately, but however, they should realize that in any form of life-threatening, we are there. You can call us on our emergency number. Our emergency number is 112 or 767.
And the agency wishes Lagos residents a fun-filled Christmas and safety being top priority.
And as we end the program, did you know that in Ethiopia, Christmas is celebrated on January 7 due to the Julian calendar? It's marked by solemn, candlelit early morning church services where worshippers wear traditional white robes known as shama and participate in deep spiritual observance and feasting. And that's our program today. Thank you for watching. I'm Joke Rogers.